Hello, everyone. This is Calvin Russell, CEO and founder of 850 Club Credit. Hope everyone's doing well today. Today, we're going to talk about what does equity in a home mean for you. All right. So let's go straight into it. So for those who don't know, equity is essentially meaning that when something is worth more than what you owe on it. For example, if you owe $150,000 on your mortgage and your property is worth $200,000, what does that mean? Well, first off, to find out what a property is worth, there's a couple different ways you can do it. It's really an estimated worth. What actually deems the final worth is when an appraiser comes out and then they deem the value of the property. But part of that process is looking to see what other properties have sold in the area by other agents, sellers, and of course finalized by most appraisers. That will determine the value of the property. So you just look at, what properties in the area, have a similar or same bedroom count, bathroom count, square footage, look, make, condition, that type of deal. And then you come up with the number. If that number is more than what you owe on the property, assuming you even owe anything on the property, then that's going to be equity. Okay. The same is true if you owe nothing on the property. Obviously, everything has some value. So if you owe, let's say, for example, if you bought out a property, there's no balance that's left over. You look to see what the properties have sold for that are similar in the area, and then you just go from there. Okay. So now, what can you do with that equity? Well, there's a couple things you could do. You could take out what some people like to call a home equity line of credit. That's also known as a HELOC. Okay, HELOC, and it's the first letter of each of the words home equity line of credit. Okay, you can also refinance, that property, and some people like to do what they call a cash out refinance. And typically, most banks are going to let you get 70% of the value. Okay, and then whatever that amount is left over, then they will go ahead and give you that. Okay, so don't worry, we got a lot more of these topics coming up to play, but that's essentially how equity is determined. A lot of people saw equity, especially here in Illinois, really nationwide, with the real estate boom in 2020. So 2020, 2021, and now we're starting to see the tail end of that, pretty much right now. And a lot of people saw, on average, $30,000 to $50,000 worth of equity, even in the worst of neighborhoods. And that's just how real estate goes, right? It goes up a lot, and then it dips a little bit. Then it goes up a lot, and then it dips a little bit. And so that's essentially what keeps the economy going and churning. And so, for example, there's someone I sold a property to back in 2018. His property is worth $150,000, and when everything's said and done, we're selling the property now. Once everything is said and done, he's going to walk away with about a $18,000 to $20,000 check. Okay, and so he did absolutely nothing. He just bought at the right time. And even if you guys are saying, well, is buying right now the right time? I mean, really, buying anytime is pretty good, simply because regardless of the price point, every 10 years there's going to be price increases and price decreases. Okay, and so with that time span, really, whenever you buy, don't worry, you're going to get equity at some point in your real estate life. It's just that some people were able to just see that from 2018, but the same thing happens every 10 to 12 years. It's a cycle, and it's going to have that dip season pretty soon. And of course, it just really depends on how the economy goes, but that's how equity comes about. And of course, that's how you can actually take the equity out of a property. And you can also do what they call a 1031 exchange. Talk to your accountant more about that. Essentially, that defers the taxes that you would pay on any receivable, essentially any money that you have, profit essentially that you've made, from the sale of a property or something like that. So you can kind of, talk to your accountant about that as well too. But either way, some people take that equity and they use it to actually make repairs to the home. They use it to do anything else that they want to do, vacation or save or whatever they want to do. Or some people put that back into real estate, and that's what a 1031 exchange is going to. Usually that conversation comes up. I don't know if that qualifies all the way for that, but I do know that anytime that you are using money to go into another real estate investment, there are things that can be deferred as well. Okay, so I hope you guys like this video. If you want to like it. You want to share it. And as always, be sure to subscribe, as we have nothing but great content well on the way. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.